In the course of interactive English for Polytechnics, we have been discussing about the need for English and classroom English expressions, expressing feelings and likes and dislikes. So these are the simple and easy topics to comfort a student or an individual who has the zeal to learn English language fluently. So these exercises really help us to perform well. So especially at the area of spoken English. So as we have already discussed the importance of English language, and this textbook, the special textbook English for Polytechnics, is designed for practice, activity based. So it takes a major portion of the students. The individuals have to they have to practice, involve in the topics, and they could practice English regularly. So for that reason, this particular book is designed, and every activity is interesting and enhancing our skills. So in our previous class, we discussed about expressing feelings about ourselves. At the same time, we can express feelings of others by observing their facial expressions, at the same time from their words. Okay, so or the language they use, the ideas, the opinions they express. So it is really helpful. So functional English, that means how do you use English language. So all of a sudden we may not use a foreign language fluently. So that is the reason they have introduced all simple topics, functional English. So and this is like English. I mentioned that it is an interactive course, expressing likes and dislikes. Yes, expressing likes and dislikes means you talk about your likes and dislikes. At the same time, you can talk about others, your family members, friends, classmates, neighbors, whomever we are intimate with. So in this process, let us examine few more examples from the textbook, chapter 1, expressing likes and dislikes. Yeah, in our previous class we have examined this picture about vegetables and fruits which we like mostly. So here they gave a column, so here we have to practice, we have to write and write with a reason. If you like carrot, why do you like carrot? Yes. If you don't like carrot, yes, why don't we like carrot? So like this we have to write, practice. Okay, so it is not testing on us what are our interests or dislikes, but it is testing about our usage of language. So that is the main purpose of giving such simple and easy and interactive exercises. So it is meant for pair work. So pair work and English, any language could be acquired. Only thing is, we can't read in textbooks or write in notebooks and learn a language simply. It is only with an interaction, a communication. We have to acquire from the people. We have to observe from the people who talk English. So when you do a pair work or group work, it will be easy for you to understand. At the same time, you observe the words and their expressions, their usage of sentences, their vocabulary. So they really help us to do well in our next expressions or next performances whenever you interact with people in your life. Okay, so here we have taken the example of carrot. Yes, for example, carrot. I like carrot because it is healthy, it is colorful. Even the color of carrot really looks good. Yeah, yes, it is tasty, being a vegetable and edible food item. So we like carrot because of its taste. Yes. What else? It gives a vitamin and it will be good for our eyes. Even it helps to increase our blood percentage. So these things can be written. Why do we like carrot? Yeah, if you don't like carrot, you can simply say it may I really don't like carrot because it is sweet. If you cook the curry, it may be sweet. I like carrot. I like raw carrot, but not cooked carrot. So that is the difference. So in this way we can express. You can elaborate your expressions by seeing one object. Don't simply say that yes, I like carrot, I don't like cauliflower. No, I like carrot because of these reasons. Okay, you could write 2 or 3 reasons. I don't like carrot. There also you can write. Okay, because it is sweet. Yeah, at the same time you can examine also. You could say that I like raw carrot but not the cooked one. Yeah, why don't you like cooked carrot? Yeah, because it is sweet in taste. I like spicy foods. Okay, so that is the reason I don't like carrot. Yeah, sometimes it is also a combination of food item. For example, you could extend, elaborate. You can say I like carrot curry with chapati or roti but not with rice. Are you getting my point, all of you? So see here what exactly this book or all these exercises conveying us is that it is just like motivating us. It is facilitating us to speak about objects, and these objects, these things are very well known to us. They are our, yeah, we know them. Okay, so that is the reason we have to think, we have to get the idea to elaborate ourselves, expose ourselves, talk about these things. So yeah, pair work, you can make a conversation. How do you build a conversation in general when you are sitting together, two friends? Hello, hi, how are you? Yeah, I'm doing well. Yeah, what are you doing now? I'm just I have nothing to do much, so I just kept quiet and I'm just reading this article in the newspaper. Oh, nice. What is it about? Yeah, this is all about a movie article, movie new picture. Oh, that's nice. If you don't mind, could you please spend time? Yes, of course I can. So, in what way we can spend time? Yeah, let us discuss about some objects, our interests and likes and dislikes. So, in this way, we interact to the person and we talk. We begin talking and we speak and we use English language, and from there you can build a conversation about a carrot or a cauliflower or something else, or your favorite movie, favorite place. It could be anything. So this particular book is facilitating us to speak and know more and more ideas and improve our English language skills. So all of us to stick to this, and don't think that it is an exercise of 10-12 pictures. I just do it. I like cabbage, I don't like cabbage. I like beans, I don't like cucumber. No, don't just go with only make it easy. Don't make it easy. Let us work on it more and more, so it fetches your writing skills, speaking skills, and you can build your vocabulary. And when you do pair work or group work, you can observe your friends or group mates expressions, their usage of words, and you can use them later in your conversations. Okay, so in this way we have to think. So you have to think big to learn and practice these exercises. So let us move on to the next page and let us see um, yeah. Yeah, see activity 3. I just do it comfortably. Activity 3. Ask the members of your group what they like and don't like to do during class hours. Note down the information you have gathered. So here they have given a table of 3 columns. Okay, name, like and dislike. So what is the question? Question is about likes and dislikes, about your group mates, of your group mates during class hours. So you could take any one of the group members names, like it could be anybody. For example, in the first column in the row, you can write one of your classmates name. It need not be your classmate's name. Yes, somebody, yeah, who is close to you, you can take their name here. For example, if I write Uma, okay, in the first column we write Uma. Uma likes to listen to the class attentively. She likes to attend to the class attentively with concentration. Yes, she likes to attend the class attentively. Yes, she doesn't like taking notes while the lecture is going on. She doesn't like taking notes while the lecture is going on. Yes. In the next column, Rahul. Yes. Rahul likes to take notes. Rahul likes to take notes during the lecture. Yes. Rahul doesn't like to write on the board. Rahul doesn't like to write on the board. Yes. Any reason. Yes. Next, Shreyan. Yeah. Shreyan likes to know the new information. He is curious about the information. During class hours, he would search for the new words, new information. So he understands and he attends the class attentively and he listens to the lecture. And he doesn't like to take notes. Yes. So in this way we have to find a list of classmates names and we have to write their likes and dislikes. But what is the situation here? During class hours. It is particularly during class hours. Okay. Yeah, Shirisha doesn't like chatting during class. Shirisha doesn't like to chat during class hours. Okay. And Shirisha likes to raise doubts. Shirisha likes to raise doubts. So these are the examples we can quote. So let us see the next activity. Here we have two columns in a table, names and what they like about me. So here they have given list of birds. Let me give you the instructions. Activity 4. Let me give you some instructions. Let me read the instructions for you. Ask the members of your group what they like about you. Yeah. So it's a group work. Note down the information in the table titled what they like about me. Present the information to your group. Use the expressions given in the box to describe your group members. Yes. You can use other expressions of your choice. Yes. Very good. So this activity is it's about us, an individual's activity. But thing is here our group members, they talk about us. Okay. What do they really like? What is the nature? What is the qualities or the abilities we have? So how do they like? Which quality do they like? Whether it is our friendliness, softness, selflessness, selfishness. Okay, both positive and negative. Calm, gloomy, silent, whatever it may be. Physical, beauty, handsome. So physical, it may be physical feature or the mental, the behavioral, okay, psychological. So these things could be written here. They have given, so in the first column we are supposed to take the name. For example, again, you can take anybody's name. Shrestha, what does she like about us, about you? So Shrestha likes my friendliness. Shrestha likes my friendliness. The nature of my friendliness. Yeah. Yeah. In the next column, you can take Rahul. Yeah, Rahul likes my honesty, at the same time carefulness. Carefulness, honesty and carefulness. So these are the qualities. See, in the they have given some clues: frankness, sincerity, helpfulness, sense of humor, sense of responsibility, punctuality, honesty, carefulness, leadership qualities, hardworking nature, reliability, friendliness, okay, selflessness. So we can add our own expressions. So these are few words, some of the words have given, and we could use them. So Ramesh likes my sincerity. Okay, yeah, my teacher likes my punctuality. So regularity, punctuality, sincerity, attentivity, concern towards people, simplicity. So all these characters, all this nature also can be written here. So very simple and easy, no? So it is all about individual. See, for example, four of you, Shirisha, Rahul, Shrestha, Shreyan, are the four students of this class, and one of you become the host, and three of you write about Shirisha, for example, and for Rahul, other three members. So in this way, we have to build our language skills here. So we can add more beauty, handsome, cuteness, simplicity, hardworking nature, okay, concern towards people, helping nature, respectability, respecting others, okay, talking to others softly. She never gets angry. I like that she never gets. I like Shrestha that she never gets angry. Okay, so in this way we have to write. So by expressing likes and dislikes, we are talking about one person's characters, their nature, by using these words, or some other words could be added. Okay, so all of us have to do this for our activity 4 as a group work. So I hope you are all understanding what is the importance of likes and dislikes, and how can we use. So simply we don't go with a different only activity whatever it is written. No, we have to elaborate. Here they have given some words. We need not to stick to one ability or the quality. Here you can write about Shrestha likes my sincerity, helpfulness and frankness. Okay, yeah. Likewise, say here they only asked about likes. We can even add one more column here, and we can say that we could even add dislikes. Okay, Shreyan likes my carefulness and leadership qualities, but he doesn't like my regularity. Okay, sometimes he doesn't like my simplicity. So it could be anything. So here we have to elaborate, extend, explore. We have to think out of the box. Okay, we have to think out of the box. We need not to stick to only these expressions. Only these expressions for like. And instead of writing like or dislike, we have seen in the previous video, we could use even I love, I'm interested in, I'm fond of. Okay, so this kind of expressions can be written. Yeah, fine. Let us see common errors here. I am liking mangoes. What would be the correct one? I like mangoes. Simply you could say grammatical corrections here. I like mangoes. Okay. Okay. She is fond of sweets. She is fond to sweets. No, it is she is fond of sweets. So grammatical corrections here. Yeah. Next. Yeah, in writing assignments they have given some tips here. Use simple and short sentences. Ensure that there is agreement between subject and verb. Try to speak in English whenever you have a chance to do so. Okay, talk to your family members and note down what they like and dislike. So this is a chart preparation about your family members. So here assignment 1, family member. So the relationship, for example, Dhanamma mother, Janardhan father, okay, Sudhir brother, Uma sister. In this way you have to mention in the bracket about the relationship and their likes. We are supposed to write their likes, and in the next column we have to write about the dislikes of them. Okay, so here another write a few sentences describing what you like and dislike about the following places. Assignment 2, we have written what things you like and dislike about your polytechnic, your house, your street, your village or city, library. Okay, we'll examine it later. Okay, fine. So this is all the topics the book here facilitates us with ample of exercises. Only thing is we have to keep the book in front of us and we have to practice more and more exercises, and always maximums. Only few activities are individual, but maximum of the activities are pair work or group work. So in this way it is asking us to be interactive and communicate in your nature. Don't sit alone and you think that I learn English for this much today and for tomorrow I will learn that much. No, it is not in a quantity based, it is only quality based. So you have to find someone, a partner, a group of members, and you have to speak English language regularly. To get the fluency we have to speak regularly whenever the chance you get to do so. You have to. So it is not whenever the chance we get, it is better to create our own chance to speak in English. Okay, so that is the difference we have to make out, and we have to stick to learn and implement our skills in English language. So let us see here. Assignment 1, taking the relationship name, family members name, their likes and dislikes. It's so simple. My mother likes cooking, my mother doesn't like laziness. My sister likes cookies but she doesn't like chocolates. My brother likes ice creams but he doesn't like aloo chips. Something like this. Eatables things, any other things could be noted down. Okay, my father likes to read books, my father doesn't like watching TV. Okay, so in this way you can simply fill the, not only don't restrict for these 1 2 3 4 5 6 members here, you can extend to your relatives or your friends, your school friends and college friends. Yes, next let us do with this assignment 2 here. Write a few sentences describing what you like and dislike about the following places. So they have given list of places here and we are supposed to write likes and dislikes about your polytechnic. My polytechnic, for example, I like my polytechnic. It is located in a peaceful and greenery area. It is located in a very peaceful and greenery area among the fields. The location of the polytechnic really nice. Yes, I don't like my polytechnic because it is too far from the bus stand. Okay, sometimes I like the staff members and the facilities in our polytechnic. Okay, but I think our labs are not yet furnished, so our labs are empty. I don't like seeing our labs empty without any equipment. Yes, so you can come with your own expression here. Next, your house. Yeah, my house, I like my house. It's very beautiful, and I like to spend time with my family members. Yes, my house is my favorite place in the world. Yes, yes, favorite. You can use a favorite word here. Next, yeah, actually, I don't like my house because it is made of concrete. Sometimes it is very hot to live in the summer. I don't like to stay home in summer season. Okay, like this. Your street, my street is covered with green plants and flowering plants and both the sides of the I like it very much, but I don't like the street to see um, TD objects uh, without uh, without cleaning. Okay, irresponsibility of the people who live in our street I don't like. So it is all about the street. Next, your village or city. My village is very beautiful, near to the main city. So I like my village very much. I don't like my village because it has no library. I don't like my dislike my village because it has no library facility. Okay, yeah, and immediately it has come with library. Yes, I like my library. It is filled with number of books. I like to refer magazines and newspapers, articles in the library, and I don't like that my library is not yet digitalized. I don't like my library because it is not yet digitalized. Okay, so in this way we have to do our assignments happily and comfortably. See, you could exchange your ideas. So I gave my perspective, my ideas about these objects. Okay, now when you do it in a pay, you come with your own reasons and your friend will give her or his reasons. So in this way you could exchange your thoughts, your ideas, and you can express well in the English language. Okay, fine. So this is the thing we have to practice, and we have to show interest in learning English language. Fine. So with this we could complete the topic expressing likes and dislikes here. Yeah, let us discuss about the questions we get from expressing feelings and expressing likes and dislikes. So as we thought of discussing questions on expressing feelings and likes and dislikes, let us see. So feelings and likes and dislikes, all these are general. So if you keep the language aside, let us discuss. There is no need of a language even to express our views and feelings. Yeah, facial expressions too can do. But here our motto is to practice English language. That is the reason. So these are the spontaneous and genuine actions that take place with us. So that is the reason we discuss, and we have taken the functional, the regular activities which we do. So it will help us to express well in English language. So these are the things that we have to remember. Yeah, let us come to the topic, question and answers. Yes, generally in the examination, to have your feedback, so we already discussed the pattern of exam. Questions, yes, just like classroom expressions at the same time made for English. Let us do with expressing feelings and likes and dislikes. So generally, how do you feel? So this question comes like, how do you feel when you are alone? How do you feel when you are among the people? How do you feel when you get some surprise gift? How do you feel when your friends celebrate your birthday? Okay, How do you feel when your uncle gifts a mobile phone? How do you feel when your mother cooks your favorite food? So these are all our personal questions. Just like it is a direct question of asking your interest, your feelings. Next, how does your father feel when you come late home? Okay, when you come late home. So how does your mother feel when you don't listen to her? Okay, how does your mother feel when she is not given respect? Okay, so in general, so we are talking about somebody else's feelings here, mother, father, brother. Okay, so in this way we have to think. So others feelings too. Okay, so it is in general practical. We think about and we think and experience about the feelings of others, father, mother, and generally we know for some situations. Okay, in the examination, how do we feel? Yeah, so though the examiner asks question, how does your father feel when you get less marks? Okay, when you score less marks. How does your mother feel that you are regular to college? So maybe, so we have to stay in their situation and think of the answer. That okay, that is the only thing that we can do. It is our own thinking. We have to role play like a father, mother, brother, or anybody of your family member or friends. Okay, how does your friend feel when he gets a first prize in Coco game? Obviously happy. So we have to think, we have to imagine their place and their feelings, and we have to answer. That's it. Antekani, we don't approach them to get the real expression or real feeling. Yes, are you all getting my point? So we should be able to understand, analyze the situations, whether the examiner asks feeling about yourself or teachers or students or classmates or any name, father, mother, siblings, friends, classmates, any name they give, we need not to worry about it. We have to understand the situation and we have to give a common answer. Okay, that is all about feelings. At the same time, it is like and dislikes too. With the likes and dislikes also, we have to do the same. We have even seen the activities about how do they feel, how your group members feel about you, and how does your mother feel, brother feel. So these kind of activities have already practiced. So in the same way we will be getting questions. Okay, fine. So let us go with different video presentation on likes and dislikes, because we are just moving, doing many of the activities. Let us go with using the technology. I just want to show a video. So here you could observe the pronunciation, how the speaker is pronouncing the English language, what is the difference between our mother tongue and a foreign language. These differences could be noticed. Please listen to it carefully and practice later. Try to not imitation, but try to speak like her. Okay, or yeah, the speaker. Okay, let me switch on to the video on likes and dislikes right now. Yeah, I just and with this we just wind up our session today with likes and dislikes. Please practice and do watch this video with observation. Thank you.
Hi, this is Seema, and I am back with a new lesson on how you can talk about things that you like, things that you dislike. Now, there are several things that we really like a lot. In fact, we really love a lot. And there are some things that we plain dislike or really hate. So let's see the English expressions we use when we are going to talk about those things that we like, dislike, or maybe just love. Now, I will talk about what we use the words we use to talk about when we love something. Now, what is it to love something? When you love something, you are expressing, an extreme passion? Or can I say an intense desire for something? So let's see what are the expressions we use when we really love something. The first expression is I love eating ice cream. The word love is in the sentence because we're talking about your intense desire because you really love eating ice cream. Now, what do you not say? If I say eating ice cream is fun, well, I'm saying that I like eating ice cream, but I don't really love it. So when I love something, if you notice, the intonation in my voice kind of goes a notch higher. So I say, I love eating ice cream, as opposed to eating ice cream is fun, which really means that I like eating ice cream, but I don't really love eating ice cream. Okay? Now my next sentence, which shows that I really love something, goes something like, I adore sunbathing. Now, the expression I have used to denote or express my love for sunbathing is the word adore. So again, if you notice, because of the fact that I really intensely love to sunbathe, I will say I adore sunbathing. Now, if I only like to sunbathe and I'm not really passionate about it, what would I say? I like sunbathing. I don't adore sunbathing. I kind of like sunbathing. So that's the difference in intonation when you love something as opposed to just liking something. And then we have a sentence like, she's crazy about John. Crazy about. Or I could say she's mad about the guy she met last night. So when I'm talking about being crazy about or being mad about, I'm talking about an intense desire, an extreme passion for a thing or a person. But what would I say if I just liked a person or I was not quite into that person? I would say, she's fond of John. She kind of likes John. She thinks he's fun, but she does not love him. She's not crazy about him. So therefore, the intonation in my voice kind of dips when I talk about just liking somebody or something. Well, there are some things that we neither like and we don't dislike either. So this is kind of a tricky thing to express when we are trying to use English expressions. So what do you use when you neither like something and you don't quite dislike it either? If somebody were to ask me, do you like doing housework? Housework meaning household chores like cleaning, swabbing, doing the dishes, the stuff. Well, what would you say? Well, there are some of you who don't know what to say because you don't like it and then you don't dislike it either. So you say something like, yeah, it's okay. Yeah, it's okay. Well, does that sound correct? Well, you could say something like, I don't mind doing housework. So next time if somebody were to ask you a question about something you're not very sure about, you can use the expression, don't mind. I don't mind doing housework. I don't mind taking my dog for a walk. I don't mind babysitting. Okay? Now, well, if someone were to now ask you whether you want to go to the park or do you want to go to the beach, a lot of you can't make up your mind as to what you need to say because you don't really mind doing anything. You neither like the park, you don't dislike the park either, but then you don't care about the beach, You don't dislike it, you don't like it either. So a lot of you say something like, yeah, whatever. Yeah, whatever? That sounds really very uncertain, doesn't it? Well, I have a better expression. You could say, I don't really care either way. That shows that you are not really concerned about whether you go to the park, you go to the beach, you go for a movie, because you don't like it and you don't dislike it. Okay? Now, if I were to ask you, do you want to study physics or do you want to study chemistry? Or let me take some easier subjects. I could say, do you want to study English or do you want to study French? Now, some people again say, yeah, whatever. It's okay. Or both are so-so. Expressions like these are not correct English expressions. They're just used as fillers, okay? So when you want to talk about something that you don't like and you don't dislike either, you could say, it's all the same to me. So instead of saying, yeah, whatever, it's so-so, it's okay, you can say, it's all the same to me. Let's study English or French because it's all the same to me. All right? We'll now look at some other expressions which talk about what we use when we don't like something or when we hate something. Well, there are some things that we dislike, and there are some things that we purely hate. In fact, we just can't stand it. We can't stand being near those things or those people. So we're going to look at some expressions which talk about how we need to express the things we hate. And then there are some expressions that talk about things that we just dislike, okay? There is a difference between the two. We'll see why, okay? The first sentence, which talks about how much I hate something, is I can't stand my boss, okay? So I use the expression can't stand. So when I say I can't stand my boss, you can see that my voice goes a little bit higher because I'm really frustrated. You can see the hatred. It is evident in my tone of voice, okay? But if my boss was someone that I just kind of disliked, okay, I would say something like, I don't quite like my boss. Do you see the difference in the tone of my voice? When I say I don't like or I don't quite like my boss, my voice, the intonation is at an even level. It is not high, as opposed to saying I can't stand my boss. Okay? So there is a difference in the expressions we use when we hate somebody as opposed to someone we just dislike to a certain extent. Now, my next sentence is I detest being late. I detest it. Or I intensely hate, I intensely dislike being late. Again, if you notice, the intonation, the tone of my voice goes a little higher because of the hatred for being late. But if I were someone who was not quite, very fond of being late, I would say something like, I dislike being late. Okay? I'm not really frustrated when I say this, and therefore, when I say I dislike being late, the intonation in my voice does not go as high as me saying I detest being late. Okay? Now, a lot of you are golf fans, so please excuse me, okay? But there are some of us who don't like golf. In fact, we hate golf. So we can say something like, I can't bear watching golf. I can't bear watching football, for some of you who don't like football. As opposed to those people who are okay with golf, they don't like it, but they don't hate it either. So they could say, golf isn't really my thing. Okay? So if if you don't like something, you can say, horse riding isn't really my thing, or golf isn't really my thing, or cricket isn't really my thing. But if you intensely dislike it, if you hate it, you should say, I can't bear watching this game for the third time. Okay? Now, our next sentence, which shows intense hatred, is the expression loathe in the sentence, which says, I loathe bacon. Bacon, which is something we eat. I loathe bacon, which means I intensely hate it. I can't stand it. Okay? But if you were someone who didn't mind eating bacon, even though you don't really like it, you would say something like, I'm not very fond of bacon. So the expression that you use is, I'm not very fond of bacon, or of beans, or French beans, whatever it is that you eat. So loathe, when you use the word I loathe bacon, your voice rises up a notch, as opposed to saying I'm not very fond of bacon, wherein your voice is maintained at a pretty even level. All right? Well, that brings me to the end of this lesson on talking about how much we dislike or like something. I hope you've enjoyed this lesson, and you can use these tips when you talk about what you like and what you don't like. I'll be back with some more lessons. Until then, this is me saying goodbye.
Yeah, I hope you enjoyed this. This video is really simple, and it is easy to understand. So the strong intents that we should have when we express our feelings, likes and dislikes. So our facial expressions, our tone, intonation, all these things really matter. So with this, we just end our session today, and we'll meet in the next class. Thank you one and all.